Hey, what's up, everybody? I know I'm doing a second video. I just did one, like, I don't know, an hour ago. But, God gave me another word for you guys. It's, more and more, God's just been downloading things in my spirit to share with you guys. Hold up, guys. Again, I'm walking, so I'm trying not to get hit here. But, guys, how many of you notice that it's so easy to get distracted lately? You look at the world, then you see the events, you watch the news, you see everything that's going on. It's one thing to be aware, but it's another one to just be too overly concerned about it and just get sucked up into that mess. At the same time to get distracted, point blank. That's what this whole video is about. It's not. This is a message to the church. You cannot get distracted. Be aware of what's going on, but do not get distracted by it. I mean, you got Christians talking about this whole. First, it was about Korea, Trump and Korea. That's something to be aware of. Yes, because that's a sign of the times and the day. But now it's a whole thing about Trump and his, replying back to Eminem's battle rap, his beef with him. That's worldly stuff. Let the world get involved in that mess. Why is the church involved in it? Why is the church involved in something that God isn't? It's time to just stand up for God and stop. Be careful what you get involved in. Hold up, guys. I gotta pass some people. It's time to not apologize, guys. It's time not to get mixed up in all this mess. The world has this going on, that going on. You got gay pride. You got, I heard someone say yesterday about, you got people walking nude through the streets of wherever. I don't know what town or city that was, or state. This is the stuff to be aware of, but it's not something to get distracted of. The enemy could get you distracted, especially this time. He's already distracted you from your God-given purpose. This is a crucial time this is a crucial time. These are the end days. This isn't a time to get carried away with the world and get drift with the world, the way the world's going. You can't be with God and be with the world at the same time. It ain't gonna happen. You gotta again, I can't emphasize it more. Don't get distracted, period, point blank. Can't be any more clearer than that. The enemies, that's one of the enemy's tactics. It's old, but it's still, he always uses, the same tactic, different game, different angle. You gotta use discernment. In all things, use discernment. Pray about everything. Get into the Word. The Word is more up to date than the news. Yes, be aware of all these things going around you. Signs of the times. Stop to get involved in. It should be that motivation. Instead of getting distracted by it, it should be motivation to set something in you on fire to go harder for God. Not to get carried away by it or, talking about it and being in fear. No. That's the world's response to it. They're the ones that, try to get too involved in it, talk about it, get hyped, be fearful about it. But that's not the church. If God's in it, don't you be in it. Period. How could 2 Corinthians 6 just goes with relationships, friendships, all of that, not being yoked with unbelievers. Same thing, you can't eat at the table of the devils and the table of God. You can't be in with God and in with the world. You're going with everything that's going on with the world. You're distracted by God, from God. You can't hear his voice. The world's voice and the media is louder in your ear than God's voice. Don't get distracted. I keep repeating myself. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's crucial. Do not get distracted. So many things are screaming for attention every single day. Whether it's personal issues, material necessities, material things, money, financial, our job, our families, and we always putting God in the back seat. We don't need another reason to get distracted, to get caught up in stuff. This ain't the time. It's time to get out and do God's work. It's time to rise up and stand boldly for righteousness and holiness on God's word. Don't let what's going on around you get you caught up. Don't let your circumstances dictate to you, and pull you away from God. Stand up, be bold, stand rooted, grounded in the Word of God and prayer, and keep going hard for God. Do not get distracted. Again, I keep saying it. I can't emphasize it more. Forget it. Cut out all distractions. If it drifts you from God, cut it out. Whether it's people, things, whatever. God will put exactly who and what needs to be in your life. He'll provide you with every need. You don't got to be worried. You don't got to be stressing. Just focus your mind on the things above, on being kingdom-minded, doing His work, and everything else will be provided for you. It may not be right then, instantaneous, but it will be there in God's perfect time. You don't got nothing to worry about. Just keep being about His business. You love God. You want to win souls. One of my brothers always, I'm quoting him, he says, souls are the heartbeat of God. And that's true. God doesn't care about your financial status. He doesn't care about titles, positions. He cares about your soul. He cares about where you're going to land, where you're going to spend eternity. He wishes no one to perish. He sent us out. You don't get saved to be silent. You get saved to pull others out of the pit, out of bondage. Show them the way. And keep pushing them and keep guiding them. People are following you, whether you realize it or not. You got to be following Christ. You got to live that life that you've been preaching to other people. Keep going hard. And guys, I see a lot of you are going hard for Christ. You're shining bright. You're being that light that God's called you to be. I'm proud of you. And keep going. You're an encouragement and a blessing to me and so many others. Don't let the devil dim your light. Don't let the world dim your light. He's going to throw everything at you. Every kind of distraction, whether it's what's happening in the world, media, personal issues. Know what's around you. Know what he's using to distract you, and cut it off. And get closer to God. Get deeper in God. Alright, guys. Hope this video kind of came through right. I'm kind of walking real fast, and I don't know if this thing is going on and off. Could barely see it. But, again, I'm going to keep doing these videos. These are what God called me to do. I'll do it. I'm doing it in the streets. I don't care what people think. I'm not going to get to, there's a lot going on in my own life. I'm not going to get to, I choose not to get distracted by it. Everything is a choice. Remember that. Whether you choose to sin, worry, any of that mess, it's a choice. Everything's a choice. You got that ability to make, and that capability, choice to do this or to do that. I choose to stand for God. I choose to be obedient to what God's called me to do. I choose to do everything that He's called me to do, regardless of what people say or think. People need to hear the Word of God. People are hungry. They're thirsty. They're craving something that's real, something that's truth. And that's not nothing the world can offer. It's everything that's found in Jesus. And we're the ones, it's like we got the medicine, and they need the cure. They're sick and they need medicine. We got the cure for it, the Word of God. And what are we doing? Just sitting back on it. While so many souls are dying and going to hell. Do you want blood?